Hello followers and welcome back to my Minecraft tutorial series, and this is episode 43, and in today's episode we're going to finally head off to an abandoned mineshaft and we're going to loot the mineshaft for all of its goodies. So without any further ado, I just need to pick up this bed that I have right here and we can set off. So I prepared off camera. I did some enchanting. I brewed up some potions. Bring along a compass if you can. If you have a compass lying around, bring one along. Bring some spare iron if you have some. Bring some stone if you haven't. Some small amount of wood. We don't need too much. A bed would be ideal. Some dirt for building blocks. Some cobblestone for stronger building blocks. And see if you can bring along a full complement of tools. So sword, pickaxe, bow, axe and shovel. Yes, wash those dishes. So I'll explain a bit more about what we need for mineshafts as we actually go over there. So mineshafts, I'm just going to turn my sound down a little bit as well. Okay, that should do it. So we need a range of equipment for mineshafts because they are quite challenging. They're one of the most challenging structures in the game. We've visited one already. The dungeon was the first type of structure, and after we've done mineshafts I am going to visit the other one, which is a stronghold, and we'll do that in a couple of episodes time. But we need a bunch of equipment, ideally potions if you can get them, because this will help against a certain mob, which I'll get to. This is just generally good to have with you on any sort of caving trips. And there is a lot of wood in mineshafts, so you want to bring along a decent axe. I have this efficiency 2 and breaking 2. This shovel, I'm just going to make iron shovels after this and not enchant them. I've got my power 2 bow, which is always good to have. I enchanted this. I actually put a level 30 on this and I got unbreaking 3, and I combined 2 efficiency books that I had lying around on the anvil to make efficiency 2 and then put that on the pickaxe. And this sword I've had from the last episode, and I put 2 sharpness books that I had together to make sharpness 2 and put this on the iron sword as well. So I haven't done any armor enchanting. This is just the armor we were wearing from the dungeon episode. Ideally I would have liked to have had a bit more equipment than what we do, but we should be okay. So other than that, I think I've explained everything about it. So abandoned mineshafts were a naturally generated structure added in Minecraft Beta 1.8, so just about a year and a half ago now. They consist of a range of rooms and tunnels, and you'll see this when we get inside them. And those rooms and tunnels, there is a starting point room, which is like a big dirt room. Hopefully we'll find that, and I'll be able to show you that. And then it branches out from there, basically. So the abandoned mineshaft that we're going to is just in this plains biome here. We did find one before when we did the ravines tutorial, but that one's kind of messy and I think that that would be quite hard to do a tutorial in. So we're going to use this one instead. So these mineshafts are home to a unique nasty, and that is a cave spider. And oh, do you know about it with cave spiders? They are a mob that poison you, and the higher the difficulty, the more the poison. So on normal mode I think the poison's about 5 seconds, on hard I think it's about 10, and it kind of it gets worse with the more difficulty. If you're finding cave spiders being a bit of a problem, just drop it down to easy, and at that point when you drop it down to easy they will only damage you with melee damage. They won't actually poison you, and I will show you all about cave spiders and so on. And one thing I actually did forget to bring with me was some milk, because milk can actually counteract the poison from cave spiders. So I'm just kind of wandering around here. I'm going to be right back when I've located the mineshaft. I have put a beacon up to it, so it won't take me too long. So I will be right back, guys. Okay guys, here we go. It's right here on the border between the plains and the desert. Over there is where the village is, and the temple's off in that direction. If you were unaware, I have actually passed some cows. There's just some just right over here, so I'm going to go and grab some milk. There's the village over there. So the mineshaft is down here, and we will take a look at that in a minute. I put the bed down to set my spawn here, so that if I happen to croak while I'm down there, I'm going to respawn here rather than all the way back over there. In hindsight, I probably could have gone to the village, but well, we're fine now. I'm going to make myself a crafting table while I'm up here. And I'm also going to make myself a chest so that I can deposit anything that we don't want in here. For right now, we don't need that. The compass is just to show you which way is home, so we don't need that right now. And I think we're good to go. I'm going to bring about half the iron, and I'm going to leave some wooden planks in there, just so I can make some new tools if I happen to croak. So, now let's show you how to get milk. So, milk, if I haven't already shown you, I can never remember if I have shown you already how to do this. But what you need to do is you need to take a bucket and go up to your cow, whether it be in a farm or out in the wild. These are a wild cow, and just right click. And you get milk. And you can actually drink the milk by holding down your right mouse button. Now this doesn't give you any saturation or any hunger bar restoration. Is that 2 villagers that I never actually noticed off there in the distance, or is it just 1? I'll have to check that out at a later time. But that is basically how milk works. So I can get infinite milk off cows. It's there's no cap to it, so I can just keep milking them. Nice, warm, creamy milk. I prefer my milk cold, personally, but what can you do? This is Minecraft, after all, so it's not real milk. Alright, so that's how you get milk, and milk acts as a counteractor to poison. So if you happen to get poisoned by a cave spider, you can actually chug down some milk, and it will stop it. But milk is a kind of double-edged sword, because if you have regeneration on you, for example, that will actually stop the regeneration as well. So you have to kind of decide which will take priority. And if you have a regen potion on you, to be honest, it won't be half as bad, because you will be regenerating health quite quickly anyway, so you probably won't need milk. I'm just carving my way down here. I want to kind of get a foothold in the cave. So let's mine this out. And here is some water. And it probably would have been a good idea in hindsight to bring some gravel or sand here. But I can build a staircase. And right there is the mine shaft. So before we go down there, I just want to, if I can get out of the water. Water seems bugged lately, I don't know why, but I just want to patch this little hole up right here so that we don't have to fight through water current later. Let's clear that out. And I am going to make a quick staircase just out of dirt. Back up to the surface. So we want to use dirt for that. Let's grab our dirt. Don't want that to go there, we want that there. Just a quick convenient staircase so that you can climb back out again, and this is going to lead back around there, which is going to go back up to the surface. So now we're down here, we want to start and explore this mine shaft. And I am pretty low on torches, so hopefully we'll find some coal. And at this point, I'm just going to block that off. Always try and restrict where monsters can come at you from. If you can result it down to less than as little direction, should I say, as possible, it's going to make your life a lot easier. Just a little water flow right there. So my biggest concern at this point is lack of torches. So hopefully we'll find some coal. So I'm just going to dig down here. And always be on the lookout for monsters. And here is the mine shaft. So this is one of the pillar rooms that I talked about. Actually, didn't I talk about them? I don't think I did. But these are the pillar rooms. And you'll often find that gravel will block your way. So if you do find that gravel gets in the way, just clear it out. Bring your shovel along. I hear a zombie. And an enderman down here too. Here's our good friend the zombie. Now in 1.5, zombies have a new mechanic that they will swarm you if one of their friends is hit. So just be aware of that. So put some torches up and around here. Always try and keep the torches on the right. as I showed you in the caving episode, because these places can get incredibly confusing. And if you get lost, it could be a while before you get out. Or you might have to pillar out, and that's not very fun. Get rid of you. So these are cobwebs. You get stuck in cobwebs. If you end up going into a cobweb, you get stuck, and then you slowly slide out. So always be careful of avoiding cobwebs. So now we're down here. Let's make a quick, very small base right here. Doesn't have to be very big or very fancy. It's just got to be something that's going to serve a quick purpose to allow us to get in and out. And all I'm going to put in here at this point I hear a skeleton coming. Not down here though. All I'm going to put right here is just a crafting table eventually, and a chest and that kind of stuff. There is wood all around here, so that's not going to be such an issue. But I do want to find some coal. I just walked right past it. So I'm just going to mine this coal out. Hopefully it'll be a decent sized vein. So as you can see, these mine shafts are made up of the fence and the wooden blocks. The wooden plank blocks, should I say. Excellent. There we go. Now I've got some actual torches to work with. I can progress deeper into this mine shaft. That's a normal spider, so we don't have to worry about him. Cave spiders are smaller than your normal spider, and they are actually blue. And we will recognise when we come close to them, because you actually find a nest, which is a bunch of cobwebs. So always keep your torches on the right. They may intersect with cave systems like this, and in which case there will be wood covering them. So if you don't actually see a cave but you see wood, it's worth digging through to see if you can find a cave, because that's always going to lead to more adventure and more treasure. So obviously, as you remember, if you put your torches on the right, you can follow them on the left to find your way out. Smite sword go. So I'm just going to continually light this tunnel up. We've not found much yet. And next time, as soon as we're finished in the mine shaft, should I say, we are going to look at how to deal with Endermen, so... But that's not going to be for right now. So, we've got multiple adjoining intersections right here. So to mark those, just put a double torch. I'm going to go down. That way it's blocked off, but it appears to go more. I'm going to clear out this tunnel first, as it seems empty. And now you can see what I mean about these tunnels kind of sprawling everywhere. And it's easy to get lost in here. Armoured skelly? I don't think so. So let's light that up. There we are. So as you can see, this is how you explore them. Always use the fences to your advantage, like this. The skeleton can't see you, but you can hit them from around the side. So always use them as to an advantage. They can be quite useful. And you'll find a bunch of mobs around here. They tend to live in mineshafts a lot. I see another zombie around here. And I hear a spider. Maybe that's a cave spider. We will have to see. This goes all over. So what I'm going to do now is... Whoa! Angered the Enderman. Didn't really want to do Enderman combat. Gonna leave me alone, or... I think I hit him with the fire aspect sword, so he'll leave me alone. So, let's head back to the forward base. Oh, look at that. We just left that right open. Let's block that off. Block whatever you can from above, because you don't want to be jumped by things falling down on your head. That's not ideal. So we need to find our base. Now, I put torches all around here, so I know it's not far away. Here's the coal that we mined out earlier, and here is the little temporary base that we made right here. And we do have a few different things. I want to get out the cave for a minute, and I want to actually bring my bed and stuff down here, which is not this way. It's this way. Hopefully it's still daytime. If it's not, it doesn't really matter. Oh look, there was coal right there that I missed. Yes, it is night time. There's a bunch of skeletons around. Monsters nearby, eh? So I want to bring this. I want to bring this. And I would like to try and fit this stuff in, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't want any of that stuff. Do I want any of that stuff anyway? Not really. I just want the chest. Alright, so let's head back underground. And I'm going to use this stuff that we have now in my little operating base, so that we can begin to mine out this shaft, because, hey, nobody wants it. All the resources are here, we might as well grab it. I'm just going to pick up this coal as well. And of course I haven't got any room for it. I don't want that old bow. So let's get back down. Back to the fray. Back into my little base right here. And let's grab this stuff. So, we want to put down our crafting bench right here. I am going to make some more torches at this point. Let's just light up this little place. And I want my chest down. So let's put some of the stuff that we don't want away. I want the arrows. Compass, cooked chicken. Actually, I don't need all of that cobblestone. Let's get the bed down. There we are, we can go to sleep in here. Just pass it today. And I think that's going to be about everything that we need in here. We can make some furnaces when we get iron and stuff to smelt it up while we're in here. Put the gravel away. A spare wooden plank and the ladders. So at this point, we've kind of made a dent in this mine shaft. What we need to do now is begin to clear it out. So to clear it out, we need to first pick a tunnel. And I would like to pick a tunnel that's kind of on its own. We haven't been down here yet. Is this a dead end? Oh. There is a cave spider spawner right there. I can see the webs. So we do have milk. And we're going to need to clear this out. But what I'm going to do is I'm instead going to put on a regen potion for 2 minutes by drinking it. And I'm going to switch out to the sharpness 2 sword and the fast pick. And I don't have many torches, but we should be alright. I'm just going to destroy this particular spawner. Put down light if you can. Here is a cave spider right now. That is a cave spider. And let's break the spawner. You can farm these guys, but honestly I'm not such a fan of that. There we are, he hit me. Gave me a bit of poison. But the regen's combating that nicely. And the protection armor as well will also help you against cave spiders. And now you can see what they're like. They're the little nest that they have. So let's block that in. And there we go. That's how you take down a cave spider spawner. I will probably keep one in the mine shaft just so that we can build a farm in a later tutorial. For right now, though, it's not a priority. Because we've already got a dungeon, and there are safer mobs to grind than cave spiders. Hey, armored zombie. What do you got for me? Rotten flesh. Rotten stinking flesh. I'm gonna block this off. And that off, and that off. Just so that I've got a bit of freedom right here. Because we do have a shaft right here that I don't believe intersects with anything else. It's just this, which I can sort out later. Oh, dang it, all of this mine shaft just intersects with each other. But it's not a huge concern. I think there's another spider spawner right off there in the distance that I can see. So, now we need to focus our efforts on clearing this place out, because, like I said earlier, there is actually a ton of goodies down here. Not only the ores and resources that you can find here, but also the cobwebs, the fences, and the wood. A lot of people tend to forget that these are here, and you can take them. Nobody wants them. The people who inhabited this mine shaft are probably long since gone by now, so I'm going to craft up, and this might seem a bit odd, but I'm going to craft up a stone sword, and that is for gathering up the cobwebs. Each cobweb has the, well, will always drop a piece of string, and we can actually use that piece of string in different crafting recipes, and it kind of saves on finding a ton of spiders. So we're going to go and craft up a stone sword right here. I don't have any sticks left. Yes, I do, so we're going to make 2 stone swords at this point. There we go. Let's put that away. And now we have a stone sword. And let me actually show you what it does. You can just left click on a cobweb, hold down your mouse button, and you get a piece of string. So rather than waste your enchanted swords on clearing out cobwebs, I find it's much more beneficial just to use your just a standard stone sword. So, now that we know how to clear out cobwebs, I'm also going to focus my efforts on clearing out the stone blocks that are a bit of an excess right here, and we can tear down the fences and the wooden planks with our axe, and we can also remember to use the stone sword on the cobweb. I'm going to be onto my new pick fairly soon. Let's clear this out. I don't have any torches on me, and I haven't seen any coal in this area. Let's just clear out this. And if I see holes, typically I'll patch them up, just so that I know that there's nothing up there. We can get rid of this. Another one of those, and a cobweb. Now we have these rails. Now rails can be cleared in one of 2 ways. Some people like to put water down, like this, and it breaks all the rails, and that's an extremely efficient way of collecting them. Or you can use a pickaxe. I think it very much depends on the situation. If you're in a situation like I am, where there's no mobs around, then the water can be fine. Just be careful, because water can knock down your torches, so make sure that they're at least 1 block off the ground if you're going to use this method. Here we are. So that's rails, and these rails will be used in future projects when we actually look at minecarts, which is not too far away in the grand scheme of things. So now what we're going to do is we're going to continue to clear out this mine shaft, like so. There's still a lot of monsters around, so I'm keeping my guard up, in case anything gets the wrong idea. So let's clear all of those out. Now you can see that we've cleared this tunnel out. I'm also going to get behind this particular tunnel here too. I'm just going to block this off for the time being. My shovel's going to be gone too soon, so I'm going to have to get myself a new complement of tools. Well, that's the end of that. So let's cover up this for the time being. Just let a bunch more gravel down. Lovely. You can clear gravel with your hand. It's not the most efficient thing to do, but in this circumstance it will work. I will show you a little trick that you can use with a torch. If you, as you break the block, put the torch down, that will actually destroy any falling gravel blocks. There's a quick tip for you. So now I want to clear out this. Let's use the axe here. And always be careful of floating gravel. Never dig straight up. That's kind of a cardinal rule that people abide by in this game. Never dig straight up. You could end up with sand or gravel falling on top of you. It's unlikely that lava would fall on top of you, but maybe if gravel fell down. Behind the gravel could indeed be lava. It could be at the bottom of a lava pool. So always be careful of that. Never dig straight up. Never dig straight down for that matter either, because you could fall into a long drop into a pit of lava that way too. So I'm just going to clear this out. Got to remember to use the axe. There we are. And we've got some coal here. So as you're going through the tunnels, mine out any ores. And I'm really happy that I got this pick. There we are, got 15 pieces of coal. And I always like to fill up the holes that I've left behind, just so that you don't get stuff spawning in them. Pick up this. Clear out these last couple of cobwebs. And the rest of this. So now at this point, we've cleared this little mini tunnel out here. Pretend this was a bit longer, but we've cleared this tunnel out. Now we can do one of two things. We can either take the torches down in here and block it off, like this, and then you can actually draw off monsters into these dark places as you light up the rest of the mine shaft to make it a little easier on yourself. Or you can leave it open, which is what I'm going to do, to make sure that I know I've cleared it. Because cobblestone can generate, as you know, via stuff by lava and water contacting each other. So I wouldn't be 100% sure if this was just a wall of cobblestone generated by that instead of actually being something else. So I'm going to leave the tunnel open in this instance. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue to clear out the rest of this shaft. Now there is still one thing that we haven't found yet, and that is treasure chests. There are treasure chests in mine shafts, and they can contain some goodies, some quite valuable goodies as well. So we need to try and track down one of those, and at that point we will have actually completed everything in Abandoned Mineshafts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the camera, see how long I've been recording, and most likely I will come back to either say goodbye at the little base that I've got going here until the next episode, because I do have a topic to talk about next episode while we're here. Ooh. Or I will return and we'll try and find a treasure chest. I don't know, what did I say then? I don't know what I said, but treasure chest is what we're looking for. So I will be right back, guys, to either sign off or to continue with the episode. So I will be right back, guys. Okay guys, I'm back right here at the temporary base that we've got built. The exit's just up here, and we are going to spend another episode at least here. A couple of things that I think that I've not gone into in enough detail, particularly the cave spiders. I kind of did that quite fast, and I also have not found a treasure chest yet, so I want to get one of those on camera as well. So we're going to do that, and that will probably be in the next episode. We will spend another episode at least in the mine shaft, and I will show you properly more about the cave spiders, because I didn't really cover that effectively. And there's a couple more things as well, like the treasure chests and so on. And I'll probably have to cut the camera to find one of those, because I've actually done quite a bit of clearing out, and I've not found nothing at this point yet that's any sign of a treasure chest. So we'll just have to keep looking on that front. So also, I'm going to show you a bit about branch mining. That'll probably be an episode after that, so we'll have to see how things go. I did run out of time for this episode, unfortunately, so that's going to have to be something for next time. But I hope that you've enjoyed this first episode, which has been quite introductory to mine shafts, about how to deal with them, and a little bit about cave spiders, though we'll talk about those more next time. and what you can expect from them and what they offer you. This one is quite high up, so we're not getting much else other than coal and iron, but I'm pretty happy that even if we are just getting coal and iron, I've got a ton of fence and oak wood planks, which means that I'm not going to be asking for wood and I can make all the lampposts that I want. So that's going to be perfectly fine. So off camera I'm not going to do much, probably just resupply more than anything, ready for the next mission, and we'll go track down another cave spider spawner now that I'm a bit better prepared to deal with one, and we will also go off in search of a treasure chest. So until then guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode and you found it useful, and I hope to see you next time, and until then, see you later and have a good day.